clearly see that it needs a certain kind of quality to be able to deliver a pass like that, Jude.
I mean, this is what we want. Kwaku, a player of his quality will always come to party. Should be showing glimpses of a genius that he is. Look, nimble-footed. We've seen him, try those passes, in the Ghana Premier League. But this was sublime. This was expertly done. With the outside of his foot and the vision to see the speed of Patrick Razak.
Yeah.
And just threading that pass outside, with the boots. And that was perfect. You need him to do that week in, week out. Live up to the billing. Show class. GLADSON AWAKO. He's supposed to be the link between midfield and attack.
Yeah.
He is that man who can supply the strikers with ammunitions to fire home. But anytime he flattered to deceive. In the first half, if Boadu had probably seen something, I don't know, but most of the time Boadu will sub him in the second half. But he kept faith in him. He gave him more playing time, and he was able to assist perfectly with that brilliant pass. Okay. But I'm thinking, look.
Let's take our time and go through the goal itself. Let's start from how Hartlepool even built up from the back. It started from the likes of Salim there in the middle, threading passes together. At this point, what should Sky FC have done? Because it seems that they had their eyes on Efriye Barnier rather than Awako, who was free and had lots of space to do what he wanted to do.
In the first place, that was poor defending from Sky FC.
Okay.
Look, there are 3 men in defense, and even when the ball came, they were lacking communication in between. Nobody knew who was to go for that ball and clear that ball, and they got it horribly wrong. So when that ball was cleared, it wasn't really cleared. Then it fell to the feet of Isaac Mensah. But here in the picture that we have here, you see Salim Adams on the ball. Just close to him is Isaac Mensah.
Yeah.
Salim passes right to Isaac Mensah. Isaac Mensah locates Efriye Barnier, who is not a standing striker.
If we can roll on a bit, and see how things actually went from
when the trading came from Isaac Mensah to GLADSON.
So from here, Salim would have passed to Isaac Mensah.
Yes.
Just look at Mensah here. And Awako was in a good position, but look at the movement of Efriye Barnier. Just one-time passing. But Awako here with great vision, surrounded by 4 or 5 players. Great vision, great awareness, and he saw the run of Patrick Razak. And Razak, this time around, timed his run perfectly well. And then he threaded in that beautiful pass.
One thing I noticed about this is that the weight on the pass, it was perfect for Patrick Razak to run onto. And at the first glance, we thought it was an offside, but we got to know that he was played onside by the last central defender of Sky FC. And that was good vision for Awako. How many players surrounding Awako there? He has about 5 players inside, but he was able to thread that pass through, and that is brilliant. I mean, Luka Modric did it recently. Awako can do it as well.
This is wrong.
Yeah.
Even with how the defensemen of Sky FC are shaping up against Awako. 5 players, which means that you are lacking when you have a certain Isaac Mensah on the far right, on the far left, and PR17 on your right.
Yeah.
Watch it. If Awako should have given it to Isaac Mensah, immediately Isaac Mensah would have been offside.
Okay.
Because the last defender will move a little bit further, and with Awako even waiting, Isaac Mensah will be in offside position.
Yeah.
But look at PR17. His takeoff is even not very, very closer to where the defender is.
Yeah.
He just took off here, and then look at the flight of the ball. Excellent onto the footpath, and then he also saw the goalkeeper move, and then placed it at where the angle he felt was right. Let's go. When we roll, you see, the moment he got the ball, he just had to wait for PR17 to do the move. And then when the movement came in, watch the outside with... I mean, the defender over there is actually sleeping because he was still watching GLADSON AWAKO.
I think that was Moro for them.
Yes, I mean, he's sleeping because the moment Awako took the ball, all that he was looking out for, not for Efriye Barnier again, because where Efriye Barnier is very, very closer. So he's looking at the takeoff. Look at Razak. He's about to take off. And then the flight of the ball just came to meet him where he felt he was in a comfortable position to bury the ball.
Of course. And one would think that it was easy for Patrick Razak to score. But that first control did the magic for him, Jude.
I mean, the weight on the pass was perfect. He needed great control. Then again, there was a lot of things
I'm talking about the control because there are times that Patrick Razak has miscontrolled the ball
exactly.
several times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, that even when he controlled here,
Yeah.
he had a lot to do with that control.
Yeah.
Now, the goalkeeper was going to close in very quick and thick and fast. But there, as a striker, just in the 16-yard box, you need composure, you need calmness. Then just look at where he struck the ball with, outside of his boots, to the angle. And the goalkeeper had no chance because he took it quickly. After the control, just one control and then outside the foot, bang, to the top corner.
So it was more or less like Patrick Razak actually knew what he wanted to do even before the ball came to him, because the goalkeeper was rushing, and all he needed to do was just poke the ball.
You need
with
to think in the final zone, in that 16-yard box, the moment you have a control, you need to think, am I going to go for a shot, or am I placing it? You need to have something on your mind. And immediately, he controlled that ball perfectly well. He knew the goalkeeper who close in. Quickly, he dispatched with that side of his boot.
Now, so this actually brings me to the question: why don't we see GLADSON AWAKO doing this week in, week out for Heart of Folk? Because if you have a player who can just give one pass and take out about 4 players. I mean, we've seen GLADSON AWAKO at Great Olympics, and we were expecting him to actually replicate that form at Heart of Folk, but it's not been so. We just see glimpses every now and then.
It's all about GLADSON AWAKO. Self-motivator should be AWAKO, and then he should know what he wants to do when the ball is being given to him. The moment the ball is being flighted, he knows how to play football. That is a midfield gem. The moment he has control with both left and right. I see AWAKO to be a setting. He's casted in the mode of Santi Cazorla, because the moment he takes the ball, he can equally give the pass of the left and likewise the right. So this is a special player who should always have it behind him that, look, I need to play to the strength of my team. The moment I get the ball, I should locate the strikers with all these tailing passes. And when PR17 came in, you could see AWAKO change his style. He was going for much more shorter passes with precise ones to the strikers to finish it. And that is why when the pass was being threaded between Salim and then Isaac Mensah, the moment the ball came to him, he had a wind that, yes, Efriye Barnier is there. He has made himself very, very big and large. Let me just go for the quick 1v1 pass and see what I can do. This was what I was expecting Kofi Koji to be doing, because you are very, very huge. This is where you go for the ball. Open yourself up for certain players to run through you, use you as a